guys, thanks for watching. So I received an email from one of my subscribers about a month ago asking me to do a video on how to get over a bad, messy breakup. So this is that video. I'm going to give you guys 7 ways to actually get over the hurt and the heartache of a bad breakup and the exes that come with those breakups. I just want to let you guys know that every breakup is different. Every relationship is different. I was in a relationship for 4 years and that breakup was messy. It was dramatic and it just was really hurtful at the time. So fast forward a year later, I am living it, honey, okay? So I am well, I'm bounced back, I'm happy, I'm healthy, and I'm single. And that can happen, okay? So I hope these 7 tips can really help anybody who's going through a breakup or has ever experienced a breakup. And if you haven't, consider yourself very lucky. But if you ever get to that point where you're in a relationship and you break up and it ends up messy and bad, don't worry. Follow these 7 tips that I do personally and you'll be fine. So let's get to tip number 1. Tip number 1. Keep your distance. Now, this tip is key, especially if the breakup is fresh and you have a lot of different emotions going through you and you're going through a lot of different things in your head, but keep your distance. And what I mean by this is don't call them, don't text them, don't write them on Instagram, don't like any pictures, don't tweet them, don't email them, don't go by their house and stalk their life, don't do any of that. And on the flip side, don't answer any of those things either. So if they're trying to reach out to you, just don't even respond, just ignore them. Just keep your distance, especially within the first few weeks of a breakup, because this is the time where you need your space, right? This is the time where you actually need to think, do I really want to be with this person? And then you can just go from there. Now, staying your distance doesn't have to be forever, you know, but you just kind of want that space to be able to think and to be able to get your thoughts together. And when you do talk, when and if you do talk to that person, you want it to be on a platonic level. You want it to be on a straight cordial atmosphere with no ulterior motives. And yes, trying to get them back is a motive. So do it at a time where you are content with the decision either way it goes. Now, when I'm done with a guy, I go block happy, okay? I'm blocking them from Facebook, from Twitter, from Instagram, from my cell phone so that they can't call or text me, because I really think when you constantly have them all up in your face, it can be really hard at the beginning. And I know for me, I don't want to see any pictures of you on Instagram taking a shot out of a stripper's booty or on Facebook talking about some, yeah, I wish I had a good woman. Hello, you had one, okay? I don't need to see that type of stuff, so I just block them from everything, and that's my prerogative. But you know, you get these guys who they want to be friends after you guys break up. Hello, we're not in 3rd grade, okay? We're not just gonna bounce back into friendship. So my thing is, being friends with somebody that you're in a relationship with is like your dog dying and your mom saying you can keep it. I know that may sound a little weird, but when you think about it, it makes a lot of sense. Why would I want to be friends with you when I was up here with you and now I'm down here? That doesn't make sense. I don't need to hear about you going out on dates. That's what friends do. I'm not going to be your friend. I'm an ex-girlfriend. So, so let's go on to tip number 2. Yes, out with the old, in with the new. Now, what this means is that you need to get rid of anything and everything that can possibly remind you of your ex. Photos, their old t-shirts, you might have a pair of socks that belong to them, just any kind of sentimental thing that reminds you of them. And that's easy to do, especially at the beginning, because you're usually at that hurt stage where it's like throwing everything into a box. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this. But it's a way to just clear your mind, to just clear your atmosphere. And it's a good thing really to replace those things that you're removing with people who actually do matter in your life and people who actually do care about you in your life. Your parents, your friends, your family, your dog. Put pictures of you and your dog, maybe your favorite celebrities. Like, totally revamp your atmosphere, because that can really, really help. Now, there are some things that that you may get from like an ex, or you may have gotten within a relationship from them that are really personal and sentimental to them, such as maybe a picture of them and their mom. Why you would have that, I don't know, but something like that. You can't get a picture back, especially if one of the old school non-digital pictures, or like a piece of jewelry that was passed down to them and somehow you ended up with it. I would put those little things in a box and then maybe have a mutual friend give that ex those items back, or leave them on their porch. I think I've done that before. But just really just keep in mind that once you're clear of their items and things that remind you of them, you'll be better off. So let's go to tip number 3. Be around friends and family. I don't know how many times my family has been there for me during a bad breakup, and I haven't had many, so don't think that I like just been bouncing around from bad relationship to bad relationship. It's not like that. But like this last relationship, for example, me and my ex had been together for a very long time. Like I said, it was messy, he was messy, and it was very hurtful at the time. But my family was definitely there to pick me back up and just make me feel good about myself. And that's one thing friends and family are great for. They're great for reminding you that you're great, and you are. So they were great to just hang out with and just talk to one-on-one, to kind of let you know, like, this isn't gonna be the last time you're gonna have your heart broken, or there's somebody out there that's waiting for you. Just keep patient and things like that. So friends and family, definitely go to if you need that moral support, or just somebody to just back you in your choices and your decision with the breakup. My cat Casper is a great snuggler, especially when I'm down in the dumps, like over relationship stuff. So I love my little kitty Casper. He's great. So if you have a pet, cuddle with your pet. They're always great and lovable, especially when you're not feeling yourself. So hang around people who love you for you, not people who try to get you to change, or want you to be somebody you're not. And friends and family and pets, they're definitely great for that. So let's get on to tip number 4. Definitely keep yourself up. With breakups can come depression, eating your emotions, just being drab and blah, staying in bed all day, not being yourself, not going out, not hanging with friends. That's to be expected with a breakup. But like, I always give myself one day to feel completely sorry for myself, and then the next day it's like, okay, Malia, snap out of it, girl, snap out of it, because you are gorgeous, Zora, okay? And you don't need no man to prove that you are. And I promise you, if you remain healthy and active, you'll feel great and you'll look great. And there's nothing worse than you seeing an ex and you look horrible, okay? They're gonna be like, oh child, I make the right choice. No. I'm gonna make sure you know that you messed up with me. Let's go on to the next tip. Express your feelings. Express your emotions. Us as women, we are emotional creatures. That's how God made us, and I have no problem with that. So express those feelings and those emotions in the best healthy ways possible. Cry, scream, throw things, not anything that can break. You don't want to hurt yourself, but just scream at a friend, or vent and cry, and just express your way in healthy manners. Maybe write poetry, keep a journal of how you're feeling just day to day, and over time you'll be able to control those emotions in a real manageable way. That way, if you ever come face to face with that ex, you won't just like have word vomit and just, you know, just give it to him, because just like, okay, I got my feelings in check. Now I can address this in a logical way. So let's go on to the next tip. This is by far my favorite tip out of this whole list. This is the time for you to be petty, to be childish, and not care, okay? So, did your ex do anything that was a turn on? Did they have any turn offs about themselves? Like, maybe they were too short. Maybe they had stinky breath. And yes, I had an ex who has had stinky breath, okay? And if my ex out there, you with stinky breath, yeah, I'm talking about you. You may want to do a breath check, because I'm talking about you, darling. Yeah, it's not good. But this is the time where, you know, all those things that you kind of shut out because you were just so into that person and you were just so in love with that person. It's like, I can get over those things because I love you, sweetie. No, this time they're coming out to shine, okay? If I didn't like your breath, if I didn't like your style, if you were too short, too overbearing, too, let's see, I don't know, you didn't wear cologne, like if all these little turn-offs are things that I kept to myself, they're coming out to shine now, okay? Because when you find somebody less attractive, you're not going to probably go back to that person. But it's just a fun way to just kind of, you know, hang out with your girls. Like, girl, let me tell you what this fool used to do, okay? Nasty. So, you know, those turn-offs, bring them out to shine, because I promise you, you won't want to go back. So let's go on to the last tip. Tip number 7. Know and understand your worth. It's very important that as we get into relationships, that we go into them already knowing who we are. Like, for me, example, I know that I'm a respectful, loving, caring, honest, loyal, God-fearing young lady. Period. That's who I am. And I have zero tolerance for any guy, to treat me less than who I am. And I think as women, we definitely need to get back into knowing that we're the chase. We are the chase. Let the man chase us, okay? Because I don't want to go preaching to y'all, but the Bible says, for he who finds a wife finds a good thing in the Lord. Not for she who finds a husband, but for he who finds a wife. Let a man date you. Let a man treat you like the woman and the lady that you are. Okay? So what if you have a past? So what? Everybody has a past. But that does not mean that you should treat me any less than who I am. Okay? If y'all go out on a date and he doesn't open your car door, or any door for that matter, I would be through with him right then and there. Or explain to him, you're gonna have to open the door for me, and wait there until he does. So, you know, or if a guy won't introduce you to his family, okay, but yet you want me to be intimate with you, but I can't meet your mom. It doesn't make sense. So understand your worth and understand what type of person you are and what you will tolerate and what you won't tolerate. Now, my mom always told me that there's a woman for any type of man. For example, let's say you get with a guy and he knows that you are remaining celibate or abstinent until marriage. Let's say he appreciates that. He likes that uniqueness in you. But yet when he gets with you, he wants to try to pressure you into having sex with him. You knew who I was. Don't change me into who you want me to be. So with that, understand who you are. There was actually a case where my mom was at a yard sale, and I guess there was this beautiful painting, 3-dimensional, unique painting. And this woman came up and said, you know what, that's really beautiful. I love that. I think I'm gonna buy it and paint over it. That's kind of the same with relationships. Guys and women sometimes, they see something that they want, right? They say, wow, this person, they're strong, they're independent, they're smart, they're beautiful, they're in the church, they have a strong sense of family. Now I'm gonna get with them and not treat them right. Or I'm gonna get with them and try to change them. Just like the woman in the painting. You alter the uniqueness and you alter the value of that painting or that person because you're not accepting it or them for who they are. And I think as women, we need to get back to knowing our worth. Don't call your friend a bitch or your best friend a bitch, like, hey, you my bitch, when you wouldn't want your man to do the same thing. And men, it's never okay to call a woman out of her name. That's coward and that's immature of you. And it just goes to show that your mama didn't raise you right. Sorry. But enough of that. But just understand your worth and know I'm more than a booty call. I'm more than just being seen once a week with you. Or I'm more than just coming to your place. No, we're gonna go out and date. You know, understand your value, and you know, I think you'll be better off. And when a guy respects you, and that's a nice little package. He honors you. He is loyal to you. He's honest. He's a gentleman. He's kind. He's touching, and he's compassionate. He's, you know, all these things go into that respect package. And when he brings that package, everything else falls into place. But until you understand and respect yourself, you can't expect anyone else to. But that's the end of my how to get over a bad, messy breakup advice column, I guess. I hope something was said or an analogy was given. There's something that just clicked and just reminded you that you are somebody special. You're beautiful inside and out. And there is somebody out there who will respect you for you. No matter how high your standards are, there's somebody out there who will respect them and love you for those standards. So other than that, I'm wrapping it up. Hope you guys really enjoyed this video. And just know that we've all been there. We've all had our heart broken, and we've been to a point where we thought, you know, I'll never end up with anybody ever again. But you will. Just take your time. You know, don't feel rushed into getting back into a relationship, because it's very possible for you to bring that anger and that hurt over into the new relationship, and you don't want to do that. But take your time, and don't let friends pressure you either. You know, girl, you still single? Yeah, I am. So I'm gonna take my time. Take your time, and I guarantee you, you will end up with someone who really, really cares about you. So until next time, y'all take care. I love you. See you soon. Bye.